Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to download and install the Toyota Techstream app. That's the computer program used by the dealership to manage, troubleshoot and change advanced settings on your Toyota vehicles. So for this installation you will need a mini VCI cable. I have this one right here. I will leave a link to it in the video description. This is a J2534 standard OBD2 communication interface. I will leave a link to it in the description. So once you get this, you will need a computer, preferably a laptop, so it's portable. So this is basically going to be a tricky installation because you will be using a patched software installation method. So I will give you two options on how to install the Toyota Techstream, just in case the first method does not work. So let's get right into it. So I would suggest not to install this program in your main computer that you use for work, because you will have to disable your antivirus before you get started. So I have this Toshiba laptop that I wasn't using. It was basically sitting, so I'm gonna go ahead and install it in this laptop. The kit comes with a CD drive, as you can see here, but if your computer is too recent and doesn't have a CD player, you can also scan this QR code with your phone, as you can see here, and you can click on the link and it's also going to take you on the Google Drive and you can download and install the program. My laptop has a CD player and we'll install the drive. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and launch the File Explorer, and here are the files. And I basically copied all the content of the CD drive into a folder, and this is it right here. It's a lot faster than working directly from the CD drive. So yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and disable our antivirus, because this is a patched program and antiviruses are known to always delete those files. All right, so we're gonna go to Windows Defender, or should I say Windows Security. All right, and as you can see, we're gonna go to the settings, virus and threat protection, manage settings, and we have real-time protection. We're gonna disable it. That's good. And now cloud delivery protection, that's disabled. All right, everything is disabled. So you want to make sure everything is disabled here. And once you do that, you're going to go to the firewall, and then you're going to also disable those. All right. This is a private network. I'm going to disable everything. Public network, disable. All right. Firewall is disabled. Next, we're going to start installing the program. All right, so we're going back to the folder. So the CD came with two versions of Techstream, version 17 and 18. So I will use the latest version. It also comes with a drivers folder and a drivers folder in the archive format, just in case your antivirus deletes the drivers in here. If you haven't disabled your antivirus, you can come here and not find this file right here, because the antivirus will mistake it for a virus. It's a cracked software, so it's normal that your antivirus deletes it thinking it's doing you a favor. Then you also have a patch folder right here. So they also included an archived version, a RAR file, as you can see here. So if you ever lose the patch files, you can go ahead and unpack this using WinRAR or other archive software, and you will get your patch files back. All right, they also included a how to install video. We're gonna go ahead and double click the V18 Techstream setup. So you would see a pop-up, verified publisher, which is Denso Corporation. You're gonna go ahead and hit yes. You probably didn't see that pop up because of the screen recording. And now you're gonna select English, or your language, I would say. Hit next, and then you're gonna accept the terms. Hit next. And then for the username, you're gonna go ahead and enter 1, and the company name is 1. That's what the instructions say. Hit next, and then install. All right, this can take about 5 minutes or 10 minutes depending on your computer. So we'll come back when it's done. All right, Techstream is now installed. We're gonna go ahead and hit finish. And the next step is to go ahead and install the drivers. You have 2 folders, one for 64 bits computers and another one for 32 bits computers. So my computer is a 64. If you have a 32 bits computer, you want to select the x86. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and install AutoCAD. This is the driver that will allow your computer to communicate to the car through the cable. So we're gonna go ahead and right click it and hit run as administrator. Hit yes, and then hit next, then next. Remember to check the create a desktop icon right here, and then hit next and install. All right, this is done, and now we're gonna make sure launch is checked. If this is not checked, you will have to manually launch it from the desktop right here, or we can leave this checked and hit finished, and it's gonna launch it automatically. This is it right here. All right, and here you're gonna go ahead and select the version for your driver, and you're gonna pick the version 1.4.8 and hit install. All right, successfully installed. If you accidentally install the wrong version, you can also hit remove to delete it. Let's close this window. All right, from here we are mostly done, but we still have a patch folder. All right, the patch folder has 2 files in it. These are not actual files. They are basically shortcuts, as you can see on the type right here. These are shortcuts. They basically take you to a folder which is highlighted right here. So you're gonna basically copy the right one for your computer. My computer is a 64-bit. I'm gonna grab the 64-bit one. I will copy it, and then I will paste it on my desktop so I can reach it easily. All right, it's here. And after everything, I basically have 4 items on my desktop after everything I just did. All right, so we have the Techstream application. We have a folder, as you can see here, where Techstream will basically save some files like backup. As you can see, Techstream service event files that are not saved by the user will be temporarily stored in this folder for 30 days. All right, so we're gonna go back, and then you have the AutoCAD. This is the driver, and then this is the patch. This is what you're gonna be using to open the Techstream program, not this one. All right, next we're gonna come to this shortcut Techstream. We're gonna open it, and then we're gonna select our area. We're gonna choose others, hit next, select the language, hit next, basically once. And then the dealer country or region, we're gonna grab Algeria. These are optional. Go ahead and hit OK. It's gonna automatically launch the Techstream program, but as you can see, it's asking for a new key. You're gonna go ahead and ignore that, hit cancel. Next, you're gonna go to the setup, choose VIM select, and then you're gonna hit the drop down and select the AutoCAD driver. Remember to select the right version, which is gonna be the 1.4.8, and then go ahead and hit OK. Close this, So we have successfully installed Techstream, ready to go. But a lot of people have found this method really tricky to achieve. So if you're one of those people, I'm going to show you a second method to install Techstream. But if the first installation procedure worked, you can go ahead and skip over to the timestamp on the screen to where I actually tested on the vehicle. Alright, so to install it, you basically open your favorite web browser. Go ahead and Google how to get Techstream in 5 minutes. Hit enter, and then you're going to select this link right here. Alright, here you're going to find instructions on how to download and install it. So you're going to scroll down. So the step 1 is to get the cable, and step 2 you're going to download VirtualBox, and you have a link for Windows users and another link for Mac users. I have a Windows, so go ahead and hit the download link, and as you can see, VirtualBox is being downloaded. Alright, next is step 3. We're gonna go ahead and install VirtualBox. Alright, go ahead and hit next, next, yes, and then install. Alright, VirtualBox is installed. Finish. Alright, so we now have VirtualBox installed. We can now run virtual machines. Next, we're gonna install Techstream image. Alright, we have a Windows, so we're gonna grab the Windows link. Alright, and next step, go ahead and hit download. And as you can see, it's quite a big file, 1.57 gigs. By the way, it says Techstream, but it's not actually the Techstream software. It's a whole operating system. I think it's a Windows XP with Techstream installed on it, ready to be used. That's why the file is so big. Alright, the download is complete. As you can see, we have it right here. Let's locate it in the File Explorer. Now we have the Techstream image file. So let's go ahead and open it. Double click. You don't have to change anything. Just go ahead and hit finish. And just wait until the importing is completed. Alright, import is completed, and as you can see, now we have a Windows XP ready to be powered. So you're going to select it and then go to start. So powering virtual machine. So the first time will take a longer time to boot up. Alright, so let's dismiss the notification. You can dismiss it with the cross or disable it with this right here. Let's toggle full screen. Alright, as you can see, we are ready to roll. Windows XP installed, and it automatically adjusts to the screen, which is great. And as you can see, we already have Techstream installed along with all the necessary files on the desktop, ready to be used. Click on the pinned video to watch part 2 where I test Techstream on the vehicle.